Hello, everyone! Welcome back to Divas Live with the Dating Divas, your guide to strengthening marriage, one date at a time. We do this episode, this little show, twice a month. So on the second and fourth Tuesdays of each month at 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. So in case you ever want to catch us live and chat with us, that's when you can find us. So we are so excited today. We are doing a special Valentine's Day episode. So I am here today. I'm Caroline, and we've got our usual girl, Amanda. Amanda, say hello.
Hi.
And then we also have some special guests. We have Carrie, who is a dating diva. Hi, Carrie.
Hi. Hello.
Carrie, what do you do for the site?
I actually do a wide range of things, but one of my biggest parts of the site is that I'm actually the director for our Divas Central member community, which is exclusive member-only access to the fabulous divas.
And it's awesome, guys. It's awesome.
It is amazing.
We also have Paige with us. Hi, Paige.
Hi.
Hey, what do you do for the site?
Like Carrie, I do a lot of things, but some of the main stuff I do is I do all of our Twitter, and I do some posts for the site, and then I also head up our Marriage Masters program. So if you haven't checked it out, you totally need to. It's a complete done-for-you way to date your spouse. It's like laid out for you. So if you're looking for something easy, that's for you.
Awesome. So we are so excited to have some of our diva sisters with us this evening. So later on in the episode, you'll actually be able to ask us some questions, or throughout, if you have any questions or comments that you want to make, you can chat with us in two ways. So one, thanks to Paige, our Twitter, we're going to have the hashtag Divas411. So DIVAS. And then the numbers 411. So we'll be following that hashtag tonight. And on YouTube, it'll be one of these sides somewhere. You'll have the live chat. I think you do have to be signed in to like your YouTube account to chat with us, but it's totally worth it. We will be answering your questions at the end of the night. So, as far as announcements go, we are wrapping up here pretty soon our 30 Days of Love Challenge. Amanda, how has it been going over at your place? What has been like the all-time favorite? We've had more days now. I know we've talked about this before, but what do you think has been like the biggest hit?
Well, I think that the biggest overall feeling that I've come away with is that I'm more excited about showing my spouse love, and he's more excited about what's coming. So each day, he's more excited. He doesn't know what's going to come, and it's so exciting, and there's a new energy and excitement. Even though it's something little, like a soda or a candy, most of the time, it's being intentional in our relationship, and we're more excited to be together and more excited to see what the new thing is. So I just loved it. I think it's an awesome all-around thing. It's been great.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I noticed that too. Like, I don't know, when I'm thinking about it and I know I'm going to be doing something nice later, it's harder for me to get cranky. Not that I ever get cranky or, you know, upset or anything, but it helps me, like, be in a better mood. Yes. So I don't know. How do you, like, Paige and Carrie, like, how do you feel when you're doing, because these are just like quick and easy ideas. Like, do you feel that they're worthwhile in your marriage? I don't know. Carrie, what do you think?
Really for the type of relationship that I have, my husband and I are best friends. So, but it seems like any effort into my relationship comes back to me tenfold. Again, it doesn't matter if it's something little or if it's something big, it's a thought that I put into him, and I see him repay it back in different ways, so that our marriage, things go a lot better, they go a lot smoother, and the romance is just there without us having to try for it. So I feel like the 30 Days of Love is a really great enhancement to your relationship if you don't have that already.
And I love what you said about, I was thinking about this the other day as I was thinking about like quick and easy romance ideas and the 30-Day Love Challenge, how, you know, it seems kind of like work, like putting it into your relationship, and that would almost seem like less romantic. But I totally agree with you. It makes everything else just kind of like, I don't know, it's easier, it's smoother going, I feel like, after that. And your spouse does, like, maybe think of doing something romantic and nice for you. But I don't know, Paige, what's your take on, like, just doing, like, simple, quick, and easy ideas for your spouse?
I love it because I think so many times we think that we have to go big or go home. And so if we just keep it quick and easy, it makes us more willing to do it. And then you actually see rewards quicker. And you're like, oh, it can be small and still mean just as much. And I think it also adds like spontaneity in your relationship. So if you just randomly throw something in his lunchbox, or if it's like something in his car, they get excited because it's spontaneous. They weren't expecting it, but it's small and it still makes their day. And so I think just actually like the small things have bigger rewards than like these huge, big, extravagant things, because you can do them more often and they're not expected.
Yes, I love that. I feel like, I don't know, I guess like most people, you just feel really like daunted and overwhelmed when you like have so much to do. But if it's like something I can print off and like add it to like a candy bar or something, it's super easy, and it is unexpected and out of the blue for your spouse. So it is a little bit spontaneous, which we all want, I feel, in our marriage. So awesome. Well, speaking of love and marriage, it is the month of love, and the ultimate day of love is going to be this Sunday, of course, Valentine's Day, the 14th. What is your guys' take on Valentine's Day? Love it? Is it stressful? Is it a mix of all sorts of things? Amanda, what do you think?
I love Valentine's Day. I don't find it extra stressful. My husband might find it extra stressful.
Okay, good point. Fair enough.
But I don't, because it's a day that I don't know, I feel like often I'm intentionally doing these things because of my job with the Dating Divas. And so often Valentine's Day is a day for him to shine as a romantic. And he does a great job with it. And I have flowers and chocolates and all the normal things that happen, and I get him something too. So we're all about showing love intentionally all the days of the year, but why not bump up the romance factor a little bit more on Valentine's Day? So, yeah, I'm a fan. I mean, flowers and chocolate, come on. It's a good day.
That's true. You can't complain when someone's giving you chocolate.
Right.
The flowers are okay, but the chocolate, that's what I live for. So, I don't know, Carrie, what's your take on Valentine's Day?
Okay, I'm with Amanda. I'm sure that it's probably stressful for my husband, but it's also one of my favorite days, just because if you're in one of those relationships where, you know, maybe it's harder to show that love on a daily basis, and that's a day that you look forward to because you know that your spouse is going to go the extra mile to show his or her love to you, then that's a day that you look forward to. And in my relationship, I mean, it's a little stressful for me just because I am the type of person that I like to do something different. I want to out of the box, and I want to do something that, as I did, make it a little more stressful because our marriage, and that's something that's fading. Like flowers that, don't get me wrong, I love my flowers, but they last a week and then they're gone. So that's kind of where I depend on my fellow divas to come up with really creative, unique ideas that I can put into my own relationship that take maybe a little bit of forethought on my part, but that it's going to last for a long time.
Awesome. And Paige, what do you think? Love it, hate it, or somewhere in between?
I guess I'd have to say I'm somewhere in between, because I'll admit, before kids, Valentine's Day was just kind of another day. I'm like, yeah, I love it. Let's do something. But I felt like when it was just us, we could do that any day of the year. And now that we have kids and our life is a lot more stressful, and time is, spread amongst all these other little people that we love, that I feel like we don't have as many of those days to show each other love or go out just the two of us. So I feel now Valentine's Day is very important because it's a specific day we can say we need to celebrate each other and not let anything else interrupt it. And so yes, now I'm a huge fan. Before, it was just another day because it could be any day. But yes, now, big fan.
Awesome. Yeah, and I love it. And they have no excuse, right? Society does not let us or anyone forget about Valentine's Day. So it's always a good reminder. But we want to hear from you as well. We're going to be talking here in just a second about our favorite or funniest Valentine's Day memories, or if you have any Valentine's fails. Those would be most welcome too. We always love hearing those. But you can do that at hashtag Divas411 or on our YouTube live chat. I always forget which side it is. But I don't know. For me, I think I'm like a pretty simple person, I guess. I don't know, like things that are big and elaborate are sometimes overwhelming for me. But my most favorite memory, it was our very first Valentine's Day. And Mike made me, like, he made dinner, which for me is huge. I hate making dinner, but just with our schedules, I usually have to do that most days. So he, like, made an appetizer in a crock pot, which was amazing. And, you know, made dinner and, like, put, like, little streamers across the table. And it was, like, super simple. We didn't do anything expensive, but for me, it was just, like, that thought that he put into it that kind of took me by surprise, which was nice. So you don't have to do something crazy for Valentine's Day. Just be thoughtful about it, I think. I don't know. Amanda, do you have a favorite or a funniest Valentine's Day memory?
Well, we make cookies every year because I have 3 little boys, and so cookies and Valentine's Day go hand in hand. And so we'll decorate cookies together. But when you said fail, it brought up a memory that, because I have a lot of fails in my life. And when I was pregnant with my second son, my husband is allergic to shellfish, and I really wanted crab legs. And so he's allergic to them, but made crab legs for me, and they were awesome. And I ate them, and then I got really sick because I was pregnant, and it was the first trimester, and I was sick all the time, and they didn't stay with me for very long. And then and so he didn't get to eat them, and then I really didn't get to eat them. But it was the thought that counted, that he made a huge dinner for me that he couldn't even eat because that's something that I really wanted, and it was just a really thoughtful. So I don't know if it would go under fail completely, but I couldn't eat crab legs for like 4 years.
That is so funny. No, I definitely don't think that's a fail. I think that's a for sure win with a funny twist at the end. Carrie?
No, man. How can you top that? Oh my gosh. You know, my Valentine's days are always really, really wonderful because I feel like my husband really pulls out all the stops and does something romantic. But you know, I have to share one of my fails because I think fails are hilarious. Last year I tried our Valentine's countdown, and it was a fail from the start, and I should have known better because I had it all set up, like every effort that I had to get it all printed out on time and to get it set up right. And my husband only opened a few of them, and then I started getting upset. We were just so busy, and our lives had just something was happening, and so he forgot. And then I'd get upset because he wasn't opening them on time. And when it all came, you know, down to it, I don't think that I don't appreciate and love everything he did because it really meant something to me. But he really did it, even if he didn't do it on time. Like, and so in the end, I was actually relieved. And I hate to say that, because on day 8 rounds, I was like, that's a bullet because I'm too exhausted to pull off that date tonight. So what do you do? At least you tried. E for effort.
Right? No, I think that's totally important. Absolutely. I mean, those countdowns do take some serious effort. So maybe if you're a novice at this expressing love thing, don't start there. Work towards it, right?
Work towards it.
A lot of time. Paige, any like funny moments, sweet moments, or epic fails for Valentine's Day?
I can't think of any epic fails. I remember like I think it was our first Valentine's Day because we've redone it many times, but we live in the suburbs of Chicago, and so we go to Chicago a lot for date night because it's got so much to offer, and we just love going downtown. So on like one of our first Valentine's Day, my husband took me downtown Chicago, and he like had planned this beautiful night, and there's the John Hancock building, and it's one of the a really tall building downtown, and on the 95th floor they have a restaurant, and like the 96th floor there's like a lounge. And what's beautiful about it is that it is all the walls are glass, so you get a beautiful view of the skyline of the city. And so he took me up there, and we actually didn't get a table. We just sat at like a bar ledge, which is right up against the windows. And it was nighttime, so all the lights were lit, and it was just beautiful, and it was so romantic, and I felt kind of like a little bit like a celebrity because I'm way up high, and I'm down in Chicago. Of course, not at all, because like anyone can go, but I just felt like special, and that's kind of how I knew that maybe my husband was the one, because we were just dating at the time. I'm like, this guy is bringing me here. He's trying to impress me. It's beautiful, and it was just awesome. So we actually go to the John Hancock building a lot if we have a date night, even if it's just for like an appetizer or something small, but just to be able to go back, because I think we both know that that was like a special date. Kind of a fail is that same night he took me to a really nice steakhouse. It's like Ruth's Chris. They kind of have them all over, but I don't eat meat. So that was kind of funny because like it's known for its steak, and he didn't really know at the time because I didn't really say, like we were still very new, and I would like try. So I'm sitting here at dinner, and we order a steak, and he ordered me one because I didn't even know what to order. I don't order steak, and so I actually ate a couple bites of it, and I was like so full because we had appetizers and like the whole 9 yards. And even though I was full, I still maxed on dessert. But after that, I kind of told him, and he was like, oh my gosh, he was so embarrassed. I was like, no, I couldn't tell you because it was so sweet. And I know, like, that this is a nice place, and you were just trying to impress me. So it was a semi-fail, but not, like, by anyone's, purpose. So.
No. I love that you, were like, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to eat a couple bites.
I tried. I was like, I don't think this is the time to tell him.
That is awesome. I love that so much. Well, if all this is like making you think about awesome things you want to do for a special someone this Valentine's Day, you are in luck. We do have like this amazing printable pack on the site. If you go to our store section, you'll find it. It's the Ultimate Valentine's Day Printable Pack. And get this, it's like 122 pages of everything Valentine's Day. We collaborated with other bloggers, so there's stuff for like your kids, for date night on Valentine's Day, more like quick and easy little love notes, basically anything you would need for Valentine's Day, it's got you covered. So if you're kind of like us and you like to roll with things last minute, that might be something you want to check out. And that link is down below in the information box right there. So Valentine's Day for me, the first thing I think of is like romantic day, and then I think gift. And this is where I find Valentine's Day really hard because I feel like at least, men can be like, I will get you chocolates and flowers, but like I can't be like, here's a bouquet of roses for you, honey, and like so like I'm always like, what am I gonna do for Valentine's Day? Because I'm always stumped. But thankfully, with the creativity of the Divas, we do have a lot of things on the site that we've aired in the past, that we've aired pretty recently, that are nice, sweet things you can do if you're like me and you have no idea what to do for your spouse, male or female, right? If you're a guy and still you don't want to do the flowers and the chocolates, these are some awesome ideas. So one of the ones that is actually pretty much just aired on our site is the Valentine's Day scavenger hunt. I really love this one. The printables are so cute. And what I love is usually when scavenger hunts, you have to kind of like figure out where you're going to send them. But for this one, I think, was it Serena? Do you guys remember if Serena did this one?
It was Serena, and she did such a good job on it.
And her photography skills are always on point. So her pictures are always so cute. So the printables that she made, they already take your spouse to different places in the house that pretty much all of us have, like a microwave or a place where we keep books or a dishwasher, or at least where you keep dirty dishes, that type of thing. So it really is kind of like easy peasy, planned for you type of post. I love that one. Valentine's Day Gifts by the Hour. This is actually one that I was kind of a little daunted to do. I wrote this post last year to think of like 24 different gifts, right? And I always like to make things a little bit easier if I can, just because, again, life gets crazy, and sometimes I forget to do things. So these are actually really quick, easy things that you can pick up, like even at the gas station if you want. And it's just kind of a sweet way, like, hey, here's a box of stuff, and you're going to open up a bag every hour. Or you can do it when they come home from work or whatever. So those are some cute ideas. Amanda, have you seen our 14 unique Valentine's Day cards?
I have, and some of them are so creative and unique. I mean, there's some saucy romantic ones, but there's just some really funny ones about, you know, bacon or pizza, or just really quirky, really cute cards. And it's really great for a last minute idea, because you just print this off. You can print it off the morning of Valentine's Day, and you've got a great card to go with whatever else you're gonna do, or maybe that's your big thing, and you're ready to go. There's some really cute, clever cards in there that they won't find in the Hallmark section of the grocery store.
Right, and that way you don't have to pay like $8 now. Sometimes I literally looked at it last week, like $8 for a card. You know we've got your back, and you can get these for free on the website. So they're super cute. I love these. There's some punny ones in there, which I love, but lots of cute ones in there. We also have a Valentine's Day room service that will be airing soon, and I love this. It's basically just like a little checklist you can give, so things you can do for your spouse or what they want to have maybe for breakfast that day, things like that. And you guys, really, we have so much on the website. If you are like us, and you sometimes don't know what you're going to do, go check it out. It's so easy. And like the Ultimate Valentine's Date Night, I think Tara did that one. So cute. It's just like a very classic, you know, if you're old school Valentine's Day type person, that's like the perfect classic date. But there's tons on there. I don't know, Paige or Carrie, do you guys have any like cute gift ideas? Like, or any gifts that you've gotten that you thought were cute, or that maybe you gave to your spouse that was a little bit different?
I don't know about different.
What, Paige?
I was going to say, I don't know about different, but like you said, we don't give our spouse flowers or candies, and so it's like, what do I give my spouse? And so like I might buy him like a small little thing that's like of his hobby or whatever. But one thing that I'm going to do this year is that I love chocolate and anything chocolate. So if I make dessert, it's like chocolate pudding, chocolate chip cookies, it's like banana bread with chocolate chips in it. Like, it's got chocolate. Well, he's like a snickerdoodle guy, and I always make chocolate, and I'm like, this year I am making him a batch of snickerdoodle cookies, and I'm gonna let him max out. They are all his. I will not touch them. And so it's just something simple of where I'm just thinking about him and taking the extra step, because it's not that he won't eat or doesn't like chocolate chips. It's just that he prefers or would enjoy snickerdoodle. So for Valentine's Day, that'll be one of his little treats.
That's cute.
Oh, I love that. That, like, gives me so many ideas of things that I could make. Awesome. I love it. Carrie, anything?
You know what? I'm with her. I mean, I'm pretty, I want to say low maintenance. I'm not like a high maintenance girl. My husband's a very low maintenance man. but he doesn't really appreciate like the gushy stuff, so I have a tendency to buy him car parts. I know that's so unromantic, but he loves car parts. He loves motorcycle parts. Anything that is going to work for his car, his motorcycle, he loves it. So I don't really care if it's gushy or memorable. If it's a gift that he loves and he's going to appreciate and he's going to use, then that's what I'm going to go for.
Awesome. I love that. I love these ideas. I'm just thinking of so many things that I can do. So speaking of doing last-minute things for Valentine's Day, we are going to have a post airing that's 115 last-minute Valentine's Day ideas. So everything from desserts to like little cards or love notes that you can do, even things for like gift cards. One of my favorite ones that says, what is it? I'm going to have to look because it's so cute. I don't want 5 guys, I only want you. So a gift card for like Five Guys restaurant, which I thought was so fun. So just tons of super cute things that you can do last minute and show that you did put a little bit of thought into Valentine's Day. But we need to get to some intimacy ideas for Valentine's Day. I feel like that's something else we think about. It's the one day we might pull out some lingerie or do something fun, maybe a little bit different. However, I hear a lot from people that they feel like Valentine's Day is it's kind of like almost like an expectation, like, and you have to have sex this day. And like a lot of people feel pressured, which I thought was interesting. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? Amanda? Don't go blushing on us now.
I knew you were going to pick me. So here's the deal. Like, my husband, if I ask him what he wants for Valentine's Day, then he gives me that look of like, you know what I want. And that's what it is for his birthday, and Christmas is like, you know what I want for Christmas. And so there is an expectation, but I don't feel like it's I don't know. Intimacy is a big part of our relationship, and it's a fun part. And because of a lot of the things that they're available for the Dating Divas, that we play games, and it's a fun thing, and it's not something that either of us. I mean, we're open about it, and we've talked about it with a lot of the material that's available about intimacy and relationships on the site, and it's really helped things. And so we're kind of on the same page, and so I never feel like there's an expectation or pressure, but it's like, okay, like Valentine's
So
Day.
basically, Amanda's got it going on.
You guys!
I can't relate to you. I love
Every time! Like, oh, Caroline, I hope my mom doesn't.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Amanda's relatives who might be watching. But I love what you're saying, like making it fun. I think, like, when I hear that from people, I kind of say the same thing. Like, you have to make it fun for your spouse. So I keep coming back to, and it was part of the 30-day love challenge, but the Sexies questionnaire. That you just kind of go through and find out what your spouse likes. More often than not, you probably know already anyway. So if you're the spouse with the higher drive, it might be up to you a little bit to make sure that you make things fun for your spouse. Anyway.
And that was one of the things that we did. We did that sexy survey, and I found out things that I didn't know about him. And we've been married for 8 years, and he found out some things about me that. And our expectations might have been different at a certain point, and we hadn't really talked about it. And so sitting down, having that survey just as a jumping point to a conversation about intimacy really changed the way both of us view intimacy and how the other person's needs need to be met as well. And it was a great thing. But speaking of blushing, Crystal just wrote in and she says, "Oh my gosh, I'm watching this with my mother." She's
That's
embarrassed.
awesome. Yeah, that's actually my sister probably, so hey Mom. But also asked Carrie and Paige on because they are kind of our resident intimacy idea ladies on the team. So, Carrie, any tips or ideas or thoughts that you have about intimacy on Valentine's Day?
Okay, so this really, to me, it depends on the relationship that you have with your spouse, because some couples are a lot more open to different things, and some spouses, it really makes them uncomfortable. So a good starting point is always starting with yourself. And for women, a lot of times that's putting on sexy underwear and wearing something maybe a little more sexy than you would normally wear for your spouse. For instance, like I did a post when we first started about a little black dress. And my husband and I were spending a lot of time apart because of work. And I had planned this whole dinner out where when the minute that he pulled into the driveway, I was wearing my sexy black dress. It's just this little black dress. It's not anything fancy or frilly, but it fits me really well. And I wasn't back to my normal size pre-children weight, let's say. So it made me feel really good about myself. And I made him his favorite dinner. And when he walked through the door, there I was in these hot little stilettos and this hot little black dress number. And it made me feel good. And the minute he saw me, his jaw dropped to the floor. Oh. That's the reaction I wanted. And that made me feel good and more sexy. And throughout dinner, he just could not stop looking at me. And that made all the difference. So for those of you who may be hesitating and aren't sure how to approach it, that's a good place to start, is starting with something that you know is going to make your spouse's jaw drop to the floor, and it's not anything crazy or wild, and it's not in the bedroom. It starts before the date even begins. And for those of us that are a little more experimental, maybe, because I've been married for almost 13 years, and if my mom's watching, hi, Mom, I know you're proud. For us, I mean, bedroom time is playtime, and that's our time together. And our kids know that on Sunday afternoons, we're having nap time. And that's Mommy and Daddy's time, and you don't come and knock at the door. You leave us have Mommy and Daddy time. Okay? So, but we have great games, and some of the games that we've tried, like strip trivia. I mean, it's fun. It's none of the games we have out are nasty or inappropriate, which is one of the things I've always loved about what we do, is that we don't produce anything that's going to make anybody ill, and you can adjust it to your comfort level. So something like that you could totally use, if you want to ramp it up in the bedroom for Valentine's Day and have something a little special. So those are my thoughts.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that. Paige, anything that you want to add for intimacy on Valentine's Day?
Like, going back to what you said about expectations, like, I think that there are, and it's just universal. Like, there's expectations on Valentine's Day. But I think, like, to make us all feel better about it, we have to kind of think about why there's expectations. And I think it kind of goes back to the 5 love language. And for men, I think one of their love languages is physical touch. And so on Valentine's Day, men want to show and express their love, and men do that through physical touch. And so I think when, like, Amanda was saying, you know what I want from her husband, he's saying that because that's his way of expressing and showing love, is through physical touch. And so the expectation is, this is the day of love, let's do it, like, let's get it on. And it's, we might, as women, if that's not our love language, might take it as something like, oh my gosh, of course, like, what else? But, like, we should take it as a compliment. Like, he wants to show me love, and, like, today is, like, the big day to do that. Like, let's take advantage. Let's play a game. Let's go out of our box. Let's try something new. Let's really just experiment, because this is our time together. And if this is how he wants to show me love, like, I need to take that in and appreciate it, because it's special, and this is the time to do it.
I love that, Paige. I really think you hit it on the nail, because that is my husband's love language. And that's, and from reading the book, like, that's how he does express love that way. And I think you're right to say that a lot of men feel that way, and they want to express their love, and that's a flattering thing, should be, to women.
Awesome. I love this. Well, any other, like, like awesome things on the site that you want to talk about, or anything that you want to let our readers know before we kind of open it up for questions?
I'll talk about one thing.
Yeah, Paige.
So I think that we all have talked about today that we all have different comfort levels with intimacy, and I think that that's perfectly fine. You just have to figure it out with your spouse and talk about it. Our site has tons of game ideas and ways to spark and ignite intimacy, because a lot of times it's the initiation that's uncomfortable. But I just thought we should point out one thing that we have on our site. It's like the Great Sex Challenge. It's actually on our Diva community, and if you're not part of Diva Central, I highly recommend it. It is awesome. It has information that's tailored to your marriage. It has exclusive content, date ideas, articles, printables. I mean, it has got everything you need. It's like dating divas to the 110th%. It's awesome. But on that site, we have this post called the Great Sex Challenge, and it comes with this adorable little printable of a calendar that you can fill in for whatever month, and it also has like 30 plus ideas of how you can increase your intimacy in your relationship. And so you and your spouse can go ahead and like fill in every single day of the month, and that doesn't mean that you're going to have sex for 28 to 31 days in a month. A lot of these ideas can be focus on her, focus on him, have a deep conversation, because deep conversations can be just as intimate and personal and connect you. And so the Great Sex Challenge is more than sex. It's about everything intimate in your that will help build the actual physical part of your intimacy, make you feel more comfortable with yourselves. It includes taking that love survey or that sexy survey. If you haven't taken it already, it's like highly recommended that you check it out and just add it. Maybe it's like day 1 of your calendar, and then you really can like dig in all month about how to become more intimate and maybe test out a couple of new things. But being intimate is more than just sex, and so if you are uncomfortable or you're still learning it with your spouse, it's completely okay, and you should enjoy it and actually challenge yourself to try it. So, but again, that's on our Diva Central. And if you have any questions about that or wanting more information, we have it on our site, or you can ask now. But it's amazing.
Yeah, I love it. And Paige, I love, like, my favorite part about Diva Central is that it is like tailored to your marriage. Like, you get to kind of say like what your marriage is like, and then you get specific posts that are written like just for that type of relationship. So you're not getting flooded with like weird random things that you can't use that like aren't applicable to your relationship. So I love it. I love it. I love it. Any other tips you guys want to add for Valentine's Day?
Lindsay says she loves that idea, but that's that's how we keep ending up with all these kids, is what she said. Yes, that's true. That's how you end up with so many kids.
That is awesome, Lindsay.
Maybe add a couple more conversation nights.
Yeah.
Yes, there we go. So we're going to kind of open the floor to you guys if you have any kind of Valentine's Day-ish questions or marriage questions. You can use the hashtag Divas411 on Twitter, or use the live chat box here on YouTube. So you can go ahead and we'll be watching those. But yeah, I think, just have fun this Valentine's Day. Obviously, things come up, but just have fun. It's about the two of you. And if the two of you are happy, then honestly, I feel like that's the most important thing. I don't know. So if you want to make more babies, if you're both like, we've done that every other day this week, we don't have to do it today, then don't feel pressure. Do whatever you want to do, okay? The relationship. I don't know. So Amanda, I forgot to ask you any last minute like tips or ideas for Valentine's Day?
I think it's really funny that all 4 of us have commented that we're last minute gals, and we have so many ideas available to us, but we're still last minute people. And so I do have one that's a last minute idea, and it's a dinner. So if you haven't made a reservation at a big restaurant that you can't get into now, or if Sunday's not your day to go out and do things, then there's a great post on our site right now that it's an easy dinner at home. So you make whatever you want, but there's a printable invitation for your spouse that's a cute little candy box, and then a cute banner, which I have right here. Let me see if I can see it. Okay. A cute banner, and it says "Be Mine." I don't know if that's backwards for you, but the middle heart is just a love note for your spouse that you can write on. And so it really is a last-minute great idea that you print out that day, write your little love note, make dinner at home, and you've done something special for your spouse. So if you're a last-minute gal or guy, then this might be the thing for you for Valentine's Day.
Awesome. I love it. Well, any questions out there in YouTube land, Amanda?
No, I think we've covered a lot, so I don't think we have
all
any
those questions, because we are running overtime, so we're sorry about that.
If you have questions later, you can find us on all of the social media outlets. But Caroline and I are over at Google+, and so we check that every day. If you have questions for us, leave them there, and we'll address them there, and maybe talk about them on our next episode. So leave us questions. We love to hear from you.
Yeah, you can also leave comments actually just here on YouTube. So if you're watching this after the fact, not live, I guess, down below you can leave comments. I think those become activated, or you're able to do that once our video is shut off. And also check out our girl Paige over on Twitter. Paige, can you remind us what the Twitter handle is?
It's just @datingdivas. And again, if you want to refer to anything that goes for Divas Live, just use #Divas411, and we will respond to you and talk to you. And if you ever just want to chat, you can go ahead and tweet us.
Perfect.
Exactly, you know, because we're kind of just like you. We sit around, you know, and we're not doing amazing things with our spouses, you know, maybe watching Netflix and social media. So come hang out with us. We will see you 2 weeks from today, and we're going to be talking about some love languages, I believe. Is that right, Amanda? Correct me if I'm wrong.
I feel like it's right.
I feel like that's what we're doing, and we may have some special guests there for you next time. So that'll be 2 weeks from today, so the 4th Tuesday of the month at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So thanks, ladies. We appreciate having you so much. We've had so much fun, and as always, if you guys have questions or concerns, you can reach us over at social media. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye.